Alright, right here you're looking at a track that I just did a before and after picture on. I did a before picture with all the debris showing just the impression. Here you got a little bit of details. In this track there are toes. Now they may not be showing up too well on the camera, but there are toes present here. And we were looking at 11-inch track, 11 to 12-inch track right here. Yeah, a good 11-inch track, maybe give or take. Yeah, right behind me here, along this creek bed here, starting to figure out that this is a playground, an interaction site. My daughter created a couple rock stacks, and there's been a couple changes added to them. Small changes. Very interesting changes. Observe for yourself. Please take note, this is one of my daughter's little rock stacks that she did last time we were here. And this one here. Notice the little stone wedged and sticking up. That was not done that way. Notice on the other stone, here's something interesting but yet small and not so noticeable. Take notice of the little tiny pebble, that little tiny round stone that was added there. Notice some of the stones that we like to observe. This stone right here, I found this year. Almost makes me think that this was an old tool, part of an old hatchet, or used as a hatchet. Last time we were here, we found a very large stone that was like a shape of a arrowhead. It was mentioned by a real good friend of mine, fellow researcher, Baltimore Galvan Jr., that the arrowhead shaped stone was more of a directional. And as you can see, you can get a general idea how large the stone is. This here clearly is not an arrowhead, but as I mentioned, Baltimore Galvan Jr. stated that he believes that this is a directional. Yeah, I have reason to believe that this has become an interaction site. Squatches are interacting. I believe it's a form of communication. I think it's a good form of communication too. I've been in this area long enough where, you know, I believe it's safe to say that the Squatches get familiar with you over a period of time. And in most cases, rock stacks like my daughter had made, I believe they're, you know, a lot of people do them. Usually they're marker trails. But in the eyes of the Squatch, because they mean something else. In this area here, I have found, right along the creek bed here, I have found small tracks. You know, 11, 12-inch tracks. So we got juveniles in the area. Just a year ago, just more inside the tree line over here, I have found much larger tracks. We're talking about 16 to 18-inch tracks. Yep, absolutely. 16 to 18 inch tracks. And this is a very special area right here. I've had a lot of interaction right here. Back in 2014, we encountered a family unit right inside this very same patch of woods right here. I've had a lot of interaction, responses, vocals, both tree knocks, howls, whoops, and other various sounds that came out of this very area. During the day, broad daylight, I've had tree knock responses to to my tree knocks, which is awesome. I mean, not just one tree knock, but two from two different locations. And that was up on the ridge over here, in the direction where that arrowhead stone was facing. Because Baltimore asked me, he said, "Which direction was that facing?" I said, "It's going up the ridge, pointing up towards the ridge." And he asked me, "What's over there?" I said, "A lot of deep woods, and you got a layer of different ridge lines up there, and saddles that loop around up over here. There's a ravine or a hollow up over this way. It goes up between the two ridges. You got a higher ridge, and over on the one side you got different lower ridges that lead up to the higher ridge." And because I had also shared with him also in the past, I had found from out of the same kind of stones, I found flat stones laid on top of stumps up here. And some of the stones, we find around here, they resemble tools of the past that were either used in Native American, history, or could have been old farming tools, because this was a plantation years ago. Some of this land here was part of a farming area, plantation, so the state forest took over it. So this area has a lot of history. It makes you really wonder what really is out here that we have yet to discover. There's a lot more out here. People underestimate, wildlife and everything else that's out here. But I can tell you firsthand experiences that there's squatches right here. I've had an interaction with them. Others have seen them here. Now, I come out here a lot. I've been coming out here for several years. I have had interactions with them, but it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't. You got to be willing to spend the time to come out here. Squatches are not stupid. They're not going to make an appearance every day. Squatches ain't going to show themselves every day. They're not going to reveal themselves every day. I do believe there's a unit in here. When I say unit, I'm thinking of a family unit. Now, I do believe there's more than just a family unit. A lot of them, they're more nocturnal. They come around more in the evening. But they do interact during the daytime. But your best time to interact with them is at night. So I'm going to scout around here. I love observing stones because some of them do resemble tools. And just some of them are just, some of the stones just fascinate me. I'm a stone collector. Me and my daughter, we love looking at different stones. If they look cool, we keep them. I know it's the nerd side of us, but maybe it's a small touch of archaeology that that we have. Trying to figure out if some of the stones were old tools, and studying the stones. But I'm gonna keep looking around here because there's other tracks over here. So, well, I'll tell you one good thing. I find it very fascinating. This here requires Wi-Fi. It has its own built-in Wi-Fi technology inside here. Now, with the app that I have on my phone, the Jolt 360 Yeah, that's right. This is the Jolt 360 Duo. This area here has no phone reception, but since this has its own Wi-Fi, it connects to my phone out here. And I have my phone set on airplane mode just to help, you know, to me it reserves the battery, I don't know. But, you know, there's no phone service out here. But I can turn the Wi-Fi on here and it connects to my device. So this is awesome. It works great out here. So this is I'm doing a little field testing and experiment with my Jolt 360 Duo camera. And I'm very, very impressed. This takes great footage. It's only 40 bucks. 40 bucks. I found this, it was advertised on Facebook. I had this for a couple weeks or so. I finally get out here and use it. It works amazing. So, but we're gonna use it. We're gonna do some more trekking up here. We're gonna go up here. We're gonna go up here on this little ridge up here and play around with it. And I have 2 trail cameras I'm gonna be putting out here. So stay tuned. Take a good look at how thick it is in this area. That's why the squatches hang around in here so much. They're protected. And brake is not too old. I decided to walk inside the thickness. I'm getting deeper into their playground, their territory. Because if we're going to find something awesome, if we're going to have a chance of finding something mind-blowing, you got to get inside. That's right, you heard me correctly. You got to get on the inside, ladies and gentlemen. Got to do the deep exploring. Because this is where they come. You see why they hang out in here. Right here where I'm at. Of course, the deer love it in here. There's tons of deer. That's why the squatches come in here. There's plenty of food sources here. The deer are here. There's turkey in here. There's rabbits in here. The water's right over there. The creek that runs into the river is right over there. We're on the west side of the creek. And right over here, that's where the ridge is. They come down from here. Nice breeze. It's feeling awesome outside today. I have something to point out to you. Because now we're approaching some pine and cedar. A lot of this thick stuff here is starting to get into where we're getting into the pine. And I see an opening over there. But something else coming from out of here, right down here, there's impressions right through here. And I took the liberty to remove some of the grass and the debris away from a couple of them to show you a trackway. They may not show up the best, but we got one right here. We got one right there. I know they look sloppy. We got one right there. And we got one right here. I removed the debris away to show you the details. Well, show you the impression a little bit better. But ladies and gentlemen, they're coming from right over here. And that's where we're going to head into. That's where we're headed into. Alright. See how thick it is in here? Let's take a look here. That's what I want to look through here. Right in this area here. That's where they hide at. They stay along here. This is their protection zone in the evening. Even during the daylight. The daytime. That's where they come into. So we're going to work our way through here. I just have this feeling that we're going to come across something awesome. And I want you to be a part of it. Yeah, see, as I'm stepping, I'm leaving impressions right here. I'm leaving impressions. So we're going to go inside there. Somewhere off to my left, I'm hearing movement. Sounds like something's walking over that way. right, let's keep going. We're gonna check this out. I have a good feeling. All right, got a couple pine saplings down right here. A couple of them have been pushed over, but this one right here is been broke off right there, and here it is. Oh no, my mistake. That one there is rooted right there, but it's been pushed over. You got these two trees right here, and you got this one over here. All right, so when this one here was smashed down, this here got broke or pushed over. You got these two here that appear to be pushed over. Then you got over here, got the A formation going on here. That's pretty cool. What else do we have in here? Broke there, broke going up. Let's keep looking and see what we got here. A couple more trees pushed over. Now keep in mind, a lot of bears push trees over. A lot of bears are responsible for stuff like that. But I know for a fact that this is Sasquatch territory. And I believe a lot of these small trees could be used by the juveniles. See, there's deer sign in here. Looking at this area here, see, we got a larger A formation right there. Look at that. Another large A frame formation. Now this general area here, it's actually a big round circle. This pine thicket is a big round circle. Now, what if this area is used to trap the deer in here? What if the Squatches use this as a trap? They surround this and they close in on the deer. This location, to me personally, this is just my opinion, this location would actually make a excellent ambush spot. See, there's the A formation I was talking about. See the two trees, one here, one over there, and they meet up right here. All right, right here, I found a kind of a swampy marsh area right here, and there's the ridge. I call this Sasquatch Ridge. I never really announced it to anybody, but I always refer to this for my personal use as Sasquatch Ridge. And I'm right below here where it's all marshy and swampy looking. Yep, got excellent frog pond. Also here, it's a main location for a lot of mosquitoes to breed, and I see a few flying around already. Bunch of frog egg, tadpole eggs right there. Yeah, there's a lot of wet marsh all through here. We're gonna look around. We might get lucky, find some good tracks. But see what we come across in here. Yeah, I'm stepping. Where I step, I feel it sinking a little bit here. So I gotta be careful. Yeah, we still have a lot of thick area over here. It's real thick in here. All through here. Then it goes up into the pine thicket up on the ridge. I'm telling you, this is where the Squatches are. I'm in their territory right now. Yep, you might consider this trespassing, but it's a chance you take to try to find evidence. It's a chance you take to find something cool. You got a tree limb right there. See the way it's been ripped down? This has been pulled straight down. That was grabbed, they pulled straight down. That's not weather. That is not weather damage. That's been deliberately done on purpose. And the subject had to be had to been around 7 to 8 feet tall to grab that. Or 7 feet tall with long arms. Yup. Telling you, ladies and gentlemen, they're in here. They are in here. We're going to go up on this ridge right here. Whew, a little out of breath from climbing. I just came from down there. Yes, I am in their area. Whew, still trying to catch my breath. Pretty cool looking stone. As you guys heard me mention, I like looking at stones. I have found stones like these on flat stumps before. Now see this tree right here? Big strong tree. Now you got this old dead rotted tree right here coming up. I don't see that tree catching this one and bringing this down. Yeah, it's got some weight to it. That tree had already been bent over. I thought I saw something move over there. That's why I'm zooming in. Thought there was something over there. So we're going to take our time up here and scan the area very well. We might not be alone. Yeah, we got a, looks like we have a structure or a formation over there. We're going to go check that out here in a little bit. Alright, I want to do a whoop, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do a tree knock. I didn't bring my regular tree knock stick with me, but we're going to find something and bang on a tree here, because I have gotten responses up here before. No, not in this particular location, over on the other, there's another ridge that goes up over there. Alright, I got this here, but it feels like it's going to break easily. But if I bang on this pine trees produce a lot of base knocks. After I bang, we're going to be quiet for a couple minutes. Oh yeah, perfect knock. Perfect knock. Alright. No response on the knock. I'm going to try a couple whoops. Whoop! 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 Alright, we got nothing. I'm gonna go check out these structures over here, see if they're worth checking out. Yeah, we've seen a buck spin through here before. It's thick in here and uneven ground. Gotta watch where I step. I want you to take a look at something. This is kind of wild. You got 1, 2, 3 trees. They all connect. Got the standing one. Let me see. Hold on, back up. You got 1, 2, and 3. Now, I need to come to the back side. You need to see the rest of this, because from this angle, that one tree, look at the way it loops around. It goes around on the back side of one tree, and it comes in front of another tree. Yeah. Let me come from the different angle so you can see that better. Well, maybe, I'm not sure. But see the one tree that comes up, goes behind those 2 trees, and whips around right here in front of this other tree. Pretty wild, if you ask me. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. Tell me, do you find that interesting? Root ball up in the air. As you see, forms or creates an X. I find that kind of fascinating, where it's up in the air. Yep, this is Squatch Ridge. I'm telling you, this is their playground. This is their territory. I'm seeing a lot of deer sign in this area, so you know, tons of deer sign in here. A lot of big trees down from the weather and storm damage. think this is a good spot to set another trail camera. Well, as you've seen, came across a series of tracks, some close in the same general area, some elsewhere. But most of the ones I have found today clearly look like the same size. And we definitely had one that's been active in the area. So it's been a fascinating day. Squatches are here and we're having interaction. Been up on the ridge today, found some pretty cool stuff. And for a while I just sat up there. Taking it all in. Got some other areas to go check out. So,